Bill Harmon ran green paint for 26 years, the same as his father before him. Last fall, he traded in his Deere compact tractor for an LS instead, even though it was paid off and running fine. He was not the only one. That same month, a homeowner on 12 acres nearby swapped her Deere for an LS with a loader package. She walked away $4,000 ahead. A neighbor did the same a few weeks later. He traded a Deere he had owned for 6 years for an LS he had never even driven before that week. Nobody switched because of a coupon or a discount. If you want more straight talk on tractor brands before you are the one signing paperwork, go ahead and subscribe now, because this channel exists to find the stories dealers hope you never hear. This year, the Federal Trade Commission and 5 states settled a lawsuit against John Deere. The claim was simple. Deere had been holding almost total control over repair work on its own machines. Deere gave full repair software only to its own dealers. Everyday owners and independent shops got locked out. They could not fix tractors they already paid for in full, even something as basic and common as a blown hydraulic hose. That settlement runs for 10 years. Deere stays under FTC, and states watch the whole time. Deere also paid those 5 states a combined $1 million just to cover their legal costs. This was not even Deere's first repair headache this year. Months earlier, Deere agreed to pay $99 million into a fund for farmers. That money covers farmers who paid for large equipment repairs going back to 2018. As part of that deal, Deere also has to hand over the real digital tools farmers need to fix their own machines. That requirement lasts for the next 10 years too. This is not a hunch. This is a federal finding on paper this year. Sit with what that really means. You were not just paying more for the tractor. You were paying into a system built to send you back to that same dealer every time something broke. Every warning code, every software lock, you will need to bring it in, for that was part of the same design. That is not heritage. That is a business model, and this year it got dragged out into the open by the government. Now follow the real money, because this is the math Bill Harmon was running before that trailer ever left his yard. Buyers comparing a Deere in the MT357 to 4052 range against a similarly equipped LS have reported price gaps of several $1,000s, with owners on tractor forums calling the difference staggering. And that LS still carries more standard features, not fewer. That gap gets wider once you look at the warranty. ELS backs its tractors with coverage running up to 6 years. Deere typically offers 2 to 3 years on a similar model. Think about what that gap really protects you from. A longer warranty means fewer surprise bills the year your transmission or hydraulics decide to act up outside the coverage window. That is real money staying in your pocket instead of a dealer's service pay year after year for as long as you own and run the machine. Here is the part that changes how you look at the whole tractor market. LS Mitron, the company behind LS Tractor, is not just building machines under its own name. LS is the real builder, supplying Case YH in New Holland with compact tractors. Those tractors get rebadged under those companies' own nameplates. The current Case IH Farmall 35A and 40A and the New Holland Workmaster 35C and 40C are built on the same LS-sourced engine platform. Different decals, different paint, same machine underneath, same fuel filter, same bolt pattern on the loader, same parts book, just printed under a different logo. Even the service intervals match, because it is the same design team behind all 3 badges. So if you ever cross-shopped Case or New Holland thinking you were avoiding the budget option, You were not avoiding anything. You were just paying more for a sticker. Two different showrooms sold you the same tractor twice, and only one of them told you the truth about where it came from. Nobody at either dealership was likely to volunteer that detail because it does not help them close the sale. It only helps you. The dealer margin is the only thing that really changes from one badge to the next. That fact alone should change how you walk a dealer lot. LS Tractor USA was founded in 2009. It is based and assembled in Brattleboro, North Carolina. This is not some overseas operation shipping in containers with nobody to answer to. Its parent company, LS Mitron, is part of LS Group, a large South Korean company with worldwide annual sales around $30 billion. LS Group runs more than 50 companies around the world. This is not a startup gambling with your money. In 2022, LS Mitron signed a contract worth $380 million. That deal alone supplies CNH Industrial with over 28,000 tractors. That is not a company hoping to survive. That is a company that billion-dollar companies already trust to build their equipment for them. When two of the biggest names in farm equipment need someone reliable to build their machines, they do not hand that job to a company that might fold in 5 years. They hand it to a builder with the plants, the parts supply, and the track record to really deliver on a contract that size year after year without missing a shipment. Now, let us be fair, because a smart buyer deserves the full picture, not just the flattering half. ALS has real service complaints on record, same as any brand moving this many units. One owner needed a rollback wrecker after his tractor would not start. A 2018 XR4155 owner dealt with an oil leak that took several dealer visits over a few years before it was fully fixed. That matters. No brand is spotless, and anyone telling you otherwise is selling you something. Every brand on that lot has a story like this somewhere in its history, Deere included, no matter how the showroom brochure reads. The question is never whether complaints exist. Every brand has a handful of bad units and a handful of unlucky owners. The real question is whether the company behind the badge can really build a tractor that holds up year after year across thousands of units sold, but weigh those complaints against a company already trusted to build tractors for two of the biggest names in American farming. Once you do that, the picture gets a lot less scary than one online review makes it sound. Deere's name still means something real. Nearly 200 years of history does not disappear overnight. There is a reason a used Deere still holds resale value better than almost anything else on the market. But loyalty has a price. This year, that price got a lot harder to ignore. A federal settlement just confirmed what plenty of farmers had been saying quietly for years. The system was built to keep you stuck with one dealer for repairs you should have been able to handle yourself the whole time. Bill Harmon and the others in this story did not switch because green paint stopped working. They switched because they finally ran the real numbers: the price, the warranty, the years of waiting on a dealer appointment for something they could have fixed themselves. Once they added it all up, the badge on the hood stopped being worth the difference. Bill still respects what his father drove. He just stopped paying extra to keep driving it himself. That is the real lesson here. Brand loyalty is fine, right up until it quietly starts costing you money you never saw coming. The smartest buyers on any dealer lot are not chasing the most familiar name out of habit. They are asking what they are actually paying for. And they are asking whether it still earns its money this year, not just the year their father bought his first one. A tractor does not know what brand it is supposed to be loyal to. It just runs or it does not. Everything else is marketing. Bill Harmon figured that out. Sitting on the same 26 years of history, everyone else on that lot was trying to sell him. It just took a federal lawsuit to prove he was right. So tell us in the comments if you have made a switch like this yourself and what it actually cost you once everything was said and done.